Hey guys, I hope you're doing great. Today I'm going to be filming my second makeup tutorial video. I'm going to attempt to do a slit throat technique today. Hopefully it's going to turn out good. That's why the camera is in a weird angle, so I can look up and see what I'm doing and you all can see what I'm doing. So the first thing I'm going to start out with is my Nye liquid latex. And one thing I do want to point out is if you can get as much of your hair back as you can, because you don't want to get this stuff on your hair, so you'll probably just end up having to cut a piece of your hair off if you do. So you can use a sponge or anything. Today I'm just going to use a plastic spoon, and I'm just going to start applying it on my neck, just like this. Now, this video, just like the other one, I'm going to have to be pausing a lot because this latex has to dry. Now, you can let it, I got that way too far up. You can let it dry on its own, but it does take a long time. So what I'm going to do is use a blow dryer. And if you do decide to use a blow dryer, just make sure you have it on the cool setting. And then after this dries, I'm going to put another layer of the latex on, and I'm going to start building it up. So I'm going to start blow drying this, and I'll come back when I've got it dry. That's pretty dry, so what I'm going to do is go in with another little bit of latex right over that dry latex. And it does go on thick, and as you see, it does, run some. So I'm just going to get this all like this. Like I said, you can use a sponge if you want to. I just decided to use this plastic spoon. So we got that on there. And now what I'm going to do, just take tissue, just regular tissue. I'm just going to tear it. It don't have to be any certain way or anything like that. I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it right over that liquid latex, like that. Get it down. And then you take more liquid latex and go over it. Like I said, this is just building up. You can use as many layers as you want. The thicker that you get it, the more real it's going to look. Hopefully it's going to look real. This is really my first time using liquid latex. I mean, I did do a little practice thing a couple of times when I first got it just to see how it worked. But, nothing big like this. So I've got that on. And again, the next thing I'm going to do is blow dry. Okay, that seems to be dry. It's still going to be a little bit sticky even when it's dry, but we're going to fix that in a little bit. I'm going in with some more of the liquid latex. Like I said, I am just layering liquid latex, tissue, liquid latex, tissue, and, blow drying in between. So this is what takes the longest, is getting the liquid latex and the tissue on. After that, it goes pretty quick. And then you just take another piece of tissue. I might do maybe 3 or 4 layers of this. Like I said, you can go as thick as you want. And also you can use a little bit of cotton too. But I think I'm just going to use the tissue today. On my practice runs, I did find using the cotton made it just a little bit harder to cut. It is hard to cut after it gets dry. So, it's just your preference, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to put on a couple more layers, and then we'll get into coloring and different effects. So I'm going to blow dry again, and I'll be back. Okay, it's pretty much dry, and I know you're seeing a shadow because of my chin, but right now You can see that it kind of moves with you. And then like here's a little piece that you can kind of manipulate. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use some old L'Oreal foundation. It's probably not going to match exactly, but I'm going to do some other coloring on it. And I'm just going to paint it on. All over. Up into your neck and everywhere. That's a little bit different color. But we're going to do some other stuff with it too. Let's get some down here. You could just do it as thick as you want. I'm about out. I try to move the camera a little bit because of the shadow. Sorry about that, guys. But, you know, my chin, I got a big old chin. So, but hopefully you can see how it's changing the color of it a little bit. Right now this video is like 6 minutes in, but I'm actually been working on it about 35 minutes. The layering is the longest. So, and what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to go in some with Maybelline powder because it's still sticky. So this powder is going to help it, you know, not be sticky anymore. I'm just going to put it all over it just like that. And while I finish this up, I'll be right back. Okay, so now the fun part begins. We're going to do the cut throat. You can start anywhere you want. I'm going to try to start right over here. And you just need to try to get you a hole going. You see how that is? And it is, like I said, it is hard to cut. I didn't use these scissors are sharp. I didn't use what am I trying to say? I didn't use the cotton today, and it's still hard to cut. I did about 4 layers, and I really don't want to pause this part. I want you all to see the effect, so this might take a little. I can actually feel it. I have Chuck up here just in case, and you want it to be jagged. So I hope you guys can see me cutting it. I have to make little snips. So I'm going to stop talking just for a minute till I get this all cut. Pardon the silence. I just don't want to cut my throat. Well, actually, I do want to cut my throat, don't I? And you can take it as far over as you want. You can use bigger scissors. I probably should be using bigger scissors, but these are pretty sharp. So I'm just using these little scissors today. So see, you've got it, the cut throat right there. It looks like a slit. So it looks pretty good. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of stretch it a little bit to make it look more like pulled skin. Like that. So see, and what we'll do here, we're going to color the inside of this. So I'm just going to take this, I tried to find a red blush or red eyeshadow. Guys, I couldn't find anywhere. So I'm just going to take it, and I'm just going to go around the edges of it like this. And I'm going to get a lot on there. Chuck just left me. So we're going to get as much of that on there as we can. Hope you guys are seeing this good. So you can't see the white as much. And you can even take it down in here, because of course we want it to look kind of bruised and stuff. You can probably see it flying everywhere. So now I'm just going to take a little bit darker. This is just an eyeshadow. It's like a burgundy color because, you know, I just want it to look a little bit bruised around there. And I'm just going to get it all over it. And like I said, this is going to be the longest part because I don't want to leave this out. I want you all to see what I'm doing. Then I'm going to take like a blue color and kind of go down in here just a little bit, just to give it kind of a bruised effect. Kind of just like all over what I was doing just now. And inside the throat. So I'm going to finish this up, but I'll be right back. So I'm taking this color. It's a blue color. And I did put some red blush around this part. Guys, I think my video stopped, so that's why I'm going over it again. So I got that. So I'm going to finish this up, and then I'll be right back, and we're going to start applying stuff to the inside. Okay, guys. Now I'm just I picked up this little Wet n Wild color effect stuff, and it's like a cream. So I'm just going to take this dark red color right here, and I'm just going to start going inside right here. And it's okay if it gets on the outside and on the edges. That's what we want. I'm sorry I'm not talking a lot. And now I'm going to go in with this gray color. I'm going to do a little bit of the gray, because we're going to also go in with some blood and stuff like that. So we'll get it all over it. So the next thing I'm going to go in with, I just picked this up at Walmart. It's a gel blood. And I'm just going to use this little makeup brush that I have to apply it. I mean, you can use your fingers. It's really thick. And this is going to take just a little bit because I don't want you all to miss this part because it's important. This is what's going to try to, you know, darken this up and give you the effect of the slit throat. You can get it up here on it and stuff like that. I'm sorry I'm not talking a lot, but I'm trying to concentrate, and that's hard for me anyway, guys. We're really gooey in there. And look, you can even like flap that down. The last step that we're going to do, I want to take my Nye Stage blood. I just bought a little one because this stuff goes a long way. And I got one of these little sponges. I'm not really sure what it's called. But it's kind of, it's not like a makeup sponge. And we're just going to pour that on there. And we're just going to take it all around. Just like that. Just use as much as you want to make it. I mean, of course, this isn't going to look exactly real. But, you know, for Halloween, when you're walking and stuff, people will see it from afar. You know, and their lights will be dim at their house probably. So they're going to think it really looks cool. I think it looks neat. But this little thing, I don't know what it's called. I'll try to link it down below. But it really works good. It just gives that, you know, that certain effect where it looks like the blood is spilled. You know, just dabbing everywhere. And just take it as far as you want. And after a while, it does start dripping. Like that. So, that's it. I hope you guys can see it. That's about as good as I can get it. But like I said, your neck, you know, you can move with it and everything like that. So, hopefully my next video will be my third makeup tutorial for Halloween. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you're not subscribed and you want to be, hit the button down below. And I hope you guys have a great night.